Did you know King David had warriors so mighty their names echoed through the battlefield like legends? They weren't just soldiers. They were the mighty three, feared, fearless, and full of faith. In 2 Samuel 23, we are introduced to David's elite warriors. Among them stood the three, the fiercest fighters in Israel, each one with a story carved in blood, bravery, and loyalty. The first was Josheb-Basshebeth, the chief among the three. He once raised his spear against 800 men and struck them all down in a single battle. Yes, you heard, right, 800. He didn't just lead by rank. He led by courage. In a single battle, Josheb faced 800 enemies alone, and he didn't retreat. He didn't negotiate. He stood his ground and defeated them all. This wasn't madness. It was faith in the God of Israel. He knew that when God is with you, numbers mean nothing. Then came Eleazar, son of Dodo. When every other soldier fled the battlefield, he stood his ground beside David. His hand clung to his sword until it grew stiff. And God gave a great victory that day, when the Philistines rose up and the Israelites fled. But not Eleazar. He stood beside David and fought until his hand froze to the sword. His grip was so tight, the sword had to be peeled from his hand after the battle. His dedication wasn't just to the fight, it was to David and to God's promise. He fought not for survival, but for a covenant. And there was Shammah, son of Agi. When the Philistines attacked a field of lentils, the army ran. But Shammah stood alone, defending it, and struck the enemy down. One man against a host of warriors. To some, it was just a field of lentils. To Shammah, it was the ground promised by God. So, when everyone ran, he stayed, alone in a field with enemy soldiers charging in. And guess what? He won, because he understood this. If you can't defend the small things, you'll never stand in the big ones. These weren't ordinary men. They were men of covenant, loyalty, and purpose. They didn't fight for fame, they fought for God's anointed king. Want to learn more about David's mighty men and their untold battles? Subscribe and journey through the Bible like never before. God bless you.